All right. You know what? There's also this idea of inspiration. It's like, I'm not really inspired, right? Like I've been writing stories for the past few years, and like a lot of my stories are just very inspirational. They are. Um, like I was just coming up with this new story yesterday, and it was blowing my mind. Because it was just it was so creepy at times. I don't know. It was a story that was creeping me out. But I was able to alchemize it and turn it into this inspiring story. And at the end of the day, it's like, do we really see that? I don't see it. Like, I don't have much inspiration. Like, am I sinning as a story writer and writing all these romantic stories, which are romantic in their own way? Um, I mean, maybe, maybe not. Um, like this. Like in order to alchemize this one story, it was like a save the world type story. But most of my stories aren't save the world type stories at all. But they're actually transformative. Um, so, for instance, I write this one story about the Cossacks, and it's a story about um, Slavic speakers who learn to become horsemen, and they learn to become horsemen because they're taught by the Muslim horsemen, right? And so there's this interreligious camaraderie that happens. And at the end of the story, you have these Turks and these Mongols and these Ukrainians, and they're all sitting around, and they're watching this big battle between Christians and Muslims, and they're just sitting back on the sidelines and laughing at all these idiots killing themselves while they're just having a good old time and they're friends. Um, But that's how the Ukrainians were, the Cossacks, not the Ukrainians, but that's how the Cossacks were created. The Cossacks were created by camaraderie with these steppe peoples who were majority Muslim, right? Um, but there was a camaraderie of the past that happened in order to create these Cossacks. But it's like, I don't know, it's like like when I was learning about U.S. history, I was shocked that there was only one real slave rebellion that happened. I think maybe John Turner was his name. I forgot. But it's like I look at all these black people nowadays, and they just whine so much about how they're black, and it's like why weren't there more slave rebellions? Why was there only one real black man out there? Why was John Turner the only real black man? And of course sensationalizing here. I don't actually believe that because history's about the individual, and there's so many great stories about black men in United States history. Um, da, da, da. But like the peanut guy, I think it was, but whatever. I mean, there's so many great stories about individual black men, but you have to ask, well, why was there only one real slave rebellion? And it's like someone like Billy the Kid. He's inspiring. Like, Billy the Kid is loved by everybody around here. in New Mexico. New Mexico's a very diverse place and can be very divided at times, but most people love Billy the Kid, and this is the story of a man who is righteous for justice. Like he didn't badges. He didn't care about no stinking badges. Like he was after justice, and justice was his jurisdiction, and people loved that, and he died a criminal because the aristocratic landlords of New Mexico demonized him. But he was inspirational. He was an inspirational man. Though he lost his battle on this earth, and that's where we can really see this idea that the gods want to admire us. And I think the gods admired Billy the Kid. And I think he died, he lost on this earth, but he won in the afterlife. Like, where's the inspiration? Like, in Enoch says God will long suffer the unrighteous, but I mean, is he just talking about a pipe dream, Are we all, is man just a animal with pretensions, or a robot, right? Are we all just programmable robots? And the higher humans are the programmers, right? I mean, that's a pathetic view of man, but that seems to kind of be its reality. I mean, the inspiration is just not there for me. It's like I can produce it when I'm doing my stories. That's why my stories are work. But at the end of the day, I really question, whether or not my stories are just fantasy, just stupid, childlike dreaming fantasy, right? And there is no meaning to anything, right?